We often think enemies betray us, but sometimes it's friends. And Paul McCartney, he learned it the hard way. Flashback, early 80s, Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney are inseparable. They record hits together like Girl Is Mine or Say. In between takes, Paul shares some insights. Big money is not only in concert or recording, it's in publishing. By the way, in the 60s, the Beatles sold their rights to another song and lost controls on their own songs. So Paul starts to buy others' catalog to bring long-term incomes. Michael takes notes, listens, and one day says in the studio as a joke,
and he'd say, I'm going to get your records, you know. I'm going to get your songs. I'm going to buy your songs.
1985, plot twist. ATV, the owner of about 251 Beatles songs, goes up for sale. Paul cannot match the price. Yoko Ono hesitates, then paces. So Michael makes a move. He pays about $50 million and becomes the owner of the Lennon-McCartney Publishing. So from that, every time that Paul is performing Hey Jude or Yesterday, he has to pay Michael some royalties. So what happens? The friendships cools, no more calls, no more session, no more hits. Years after, Paul will say that Michael's was not even answering his letters. But for Michael's, those songs are like Picasso's, it's business first. Business keeps moving. In 1995, ATV merges with Sony's publishing to form Sony ATV. In 2016, Sony buys the Jackson estate at 50% stake for roughly $750 million and takes full control. In 2015, Paul McCartney invokes US rights copyright termination. They reach a confidential settlement with Sony ATV. So what is the lesson for us? When people say that Michael Jackson owns the songs of the Beatles, they actually mean the publishing shares, which is a different types of rights than the masters, so the recording. Different types of rights, different sources of incomes. When the ownership share shifts, the royalty flows to whoever holds the rights at this moment. Genius move from Michael Jackson, or just low blow? A little bit of both. But that's a good lesson on how knowing your rights and how you own it can change your music career. So hit follow to understand how the music industry works.